Sorry, my dear. So I had a message here from an anonymous brother who donated £500 on behalf of his late mother and asked that a dua is made for her. He also wants to give a huge thank you to be conveyed to all those helping, especially the surgeons. So thank you.
Mine's the longest conversation.
Let's check out next caller. It is Sister Roxana in Bradford. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
My sister, thank you so much for calling tonight. And how would you like to help the appeal tonight?
So I'd like to donate 500 to other medics.
Can you give us a huge takbir?
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar. No, let's try that again. These guys.
I'm so sorry.
Let's try that again. Give us a takbir.
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar. Alhamdulillah, my sister, you will help us. And remember, these medics are going out voluntarily. They've got specialist knowledge. They take with them the equipment and also the skill set. They're training the medics in Gaza. And you know what's beautiful about it? That one day will basically save lives and also it will change lives, because the longer some of the children, especially anybody for that matter, stays in a state of where the injury is evolving further, it leads to disability, unfortunately. And the video tonight is very powerful. I've been very emotional looking at it a few single times. We're really grateful for Dr. Graham being here with us as well tonight. If anybody has a question for him, we're more than happy to take that on.
I would like to ask.
Bismillah, go for it.
Being a medic, I'm a nurse by profession.
Okay, sure.
So I do have a lot of colleagues. We do have a discussion, and like to maybe join the team, or how would we go about?
How would they get involved?
Yeah, that's my question too.
So how could a medic get involved? Oh, hello. Hello, Dr. Troilus. Dr. Troilus, can you answer that question?
I'm here as Dr. Graham Groom's assistant officially in all capacities.
They're all fantastic. I'd like to do two things. I'd like to respond to that because right at the moment, before the ceasefire, what we're trying to do is we're taking very small parties which are highly focused. But as soon as there is a ceasefire, we will need much bigger parties, and anyone who is willing is welcome. We'll have to make sure that we get on with each other, we can work together, we have complementary skills. But if we do that, then once there's a ceasefire, we'll have need for a much broader range. May I just go back to what that lovely person said earlier about she was watching her video with her family and it was moving her to tears. Well, that is very sad and it affects me, but I'd like to tell you about the emotional response of the people who are dealing with wounded folk in Gaza. While we were there earlier in the new year, there was what we call an oculoplastic surgeon from Toronto who was working in the same theatre with us. Oculoplastic means he's an eyeball doctor, and he was weeping while he operated on a 7-year-old girl because he had to remove one of her eyes, and she was the same age as his daughter. On another occasion, two brothers were in adjacent theatres, one of 16 and one of 18. The younger one, the 16-year-old, had terrible injuries. We had to remove one of his legs. He had other injuries that we were addressing. He had had an awful lot of blood and transfusion. And at one point, the anaesthetist, who is the person who keeps people alive during the operation, was sitting on the floor in the theatre weeping and saying, he will probably die like so many others. So I'm very sorry if you've been saddened at home, but it was sad in the operating theatre. It's extremely sad in Gaza. The tragedy for so many families is beyond words. But thank you for you and the lovely person who spoke earlier.
Thank you, Dr. Graham. Sister Roxana, I just wanted to add for people with a medical background who wish to join one of the deployments,
We do have a short application form on the Islamic Help website, which we share with Idols. So you go to islamichelp.org.uk/medic. There's a very short form, and then if you meet a criteria, we'll pass that on to Ideals, and then they'll reach out to you for further information, basically.
Okay.
Roxana, may I say that's why I have an assistant, because I didn't know that. Most people contact us directly, but I'm delighted to hear it, because in time we'll need bigger groups, and we need our wonderful partners. We need our wonderful partners in Islamic Help. I should say that when we go there, we have gilets, we have vests, with Ideals on this chair, on this side, and Islamic Help on this side. And you may see them in the videos.
Thank you, Sister Roxana.
Thank you so much. Allah bless. Jazakallah khair for that wonderful donation. And again, your £500 will support a medic for one day. Alhamdulillah. Have you got a final message at all?
No, keep up the good work, and thank you so much for sharing all the videos and
Allah bless you.
broadcasting this. And may Allah involve you too in this blessed month. So, yeah, keep doing the good work.
Jazakallah khair. And we look forward to meeting you, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Sister Roxana, did you attend the dinner that we recently did in Bradford?
I don't think I did actually.
Oh, Dr. Graham was just recently in Bradford with Andy, wasn't it?
Andy,
Yes, so he was there with Dr. Andy Ferguson. Both of them went on to the first deployment. We were in Bradford, I think last week. Inshallah, we might be back again soon in the month of Ramadan. So do keep an eye out for that, sister. And also, I have a favor to ask from you, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Can you try and ask 5 more people to call in and tune into the appeal and inshallah donate as
I've
well?
already actually WhatsApped the doctors group.
Absolutely amazing. Allah, there you go.
Doctors on there, so I'm hoping they're going to donate.
Amazing. Allah accept it from you. Jazakallah khair, sister. Assalamu alaikum.
Well, you know what? No, wait. If you've got 10 doctors on there, each of you only need to give £700, and you will have sponsored one medic to go for 2 weeks.
Let's hope they do, inshallah.
Well, no, so Roxana, a great way to is tell people what to give, and they will generally give it if they're able to, right? And if they're all doctors, if they can't afford £700, they need a financial planner or somebody to help them manage their
They
finances.
need a circus like Forrest.
Okay, so if you've got 10 doctors on there, £700 each, they can raise it from their friends and their family for the end of Ramadan, but together, your group can sponsor one medic to go in for 2 weeks. That is easy for you to do.
Of course, yes.
Easy peasy.
May I just say that perhaps a better tactic would be to give the same message to their wives.
Yeah.
Many of them might be the wives.
It might be, or their husbands. Whoever controls the money, it's definitely not me.
Jazakallah khair. Sana, thank you so much. Allah bless. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brothers and sisters, I think the question